This week we've been talking a lot about grace. That was the message from Sunday's sermon. And we are looking at the fact that Paul says in his short letter to Titus that grace teaches us to say no to ungodliness. Now, a lot of times as we grow in maturity, as we desire more and more to follow Jesus and live lives worthy of the calling that he's placed upon us, we try hard to get rid of sin. If we're growing in maturity, we're not using grace as an excuse to continue in sin, but we try to live for God. Now, a lot of times in our efforts to live for God, we put a focus on those things that we do not want to do. And Paul didn't say to Titus that it's by your willpower that you are trained to say no to ungodliness. It's by grace. Because here's the reality. Whatever you're focused on, if you're focused on not doing something, it means you're focused on a particular sin or way of acting or way of being that you do not like about yourself or about your actions, and you're wanting to change. And the more you focus on what's wrong, the more you focus on the negative, the more you focus on the sin that you don't want to do, you know what happens? That thing you're focusing on has power. That is what ends up directing the course of your life. Instead, we look to grace. And grace is what teaches us to say no. Grace by which we're forgiven, a free gift from God. Grace by which we enter into eternal life. Grace by which we are saved is what we must focus on. Because whatever you're looking at, you'll hit. Little illustration from teaching my daughter Haley how to ride a bike. We started at the top of a little hill, and I was very, very safe about it. Wanted to make sure there were no obstacles in the way. Just a little rise, and she was going to go down the hill and end up on a basketball court at Audubon Elementary School. Very, very safe. There was only one potential hazard, and it was way off to the side. It was a light pole. And so I said, Haley, you're going to be fine. Just don't hit the light pole. I thought I was helping her. But you know what she did? She locked her gaze onto that light pole, and she ran right into it. Whatever you're locking your gaze on, you're going to run right into it. And so many times those hazards that we want to avoid end up wrecking us because we're focused on them instead of God's grace. Focus on God. Yield to His grace. Relax in what God has done for you, and you will find the victory that you want to live out. God bless you. I trust this word has been a source of strength and comfort. During this trying time, our church is bringing you these words every day, Tuesday through Saturday. Also, you can join us online for interactive live stream services throughout the day and evening on Sundays starting at 9 a.m. and then on Monday at 7 p.m. You can find the links to all the online resources to stay connected as God's family at getvictory.net. Until next time, let's stay in God's presence and peace.